My name is Tonye. I'm an artist, a painter I'm based in London, went to Camberwell, and I'm at Studio Kind. This is my exhibition. It's titled We're All in This Together. It's something that we're working on for about a year now with the curator, Laura. And yeah, it's been very interesting. It's nice to be here, to be honest. So my work is about mask, the psychology about mask. I think I'm very intrigued about how people almost like, or myself also, like put on like layers, how we engage with the world. I think that um, people are going through a lot, and sometimes we put on masks just to engage with how we go about our daily life. So yeah, I make drawings, paintings, sculptures about like work. And if you come down to Studio Kind, you get to see some of like the very interesting pieces I've been working for. So most of the time when I like make my work, I start with drawings. I observe from like photographs. I do a lot of live drawing. I document stories, which is very interesting. Like I listen to my friends and I try to like create all those pieces together, um, and then try to see how I could make it into the theme of like the work. So I also like making work that is very like current because I feel like I want to see like I don't want to be painting people that are wearing robes. I want to paint people that are wearing like things that we wear right now. So if you see a lot of my work has things that are very like maybe 1990, 2000s, like fashion, current fashion, old fashion. I think I try to use like fashion architecture as timelines to connect all the stories together, because I'm talking about something that I feel like everybody connects to. I really like the stillness in like work. Like, so most of my pieces are like either someone like is taking like a pose or in between like an action or like just like standing still or like looking. I think that I feel because we see a lot of videos, we see a lot of things very quickly in this modern world. Like we don't get to sit down and really take work in. And so I like to think my work does that, where you're able to just be like, what's going on in this guy's head? And yeah, that's how like I paint work together. So that's about like my work. Currently, I'm very intrigued. There's some of the bodies of work that I'm working since 2022. Um, it started from just like making paintings that I felt like I wanted to make to now focusing on like making work about like women and trying to like talk about like empowerment in that space. Um, in my life, I've been helped by a lot of like very strong women, my mom being one of them. So I always try to see how I could almost like create stories to talk about like her journey and what she's been through and what she's experienced. And in that way, also talk about my journey and my friend's journey. And I think what is very essential to everybody. So this is Your Father. It's my very first painting. I made it in 2022. My first painting when I left my full-time job to be a full-time artist. And it means a lot to me because I was talking about like how as artists we have to like juggle. I feel like our creative side, I'm just trying to survive in just like London and like the UK. And at the time, I was trying to make a piece to like encourage myself that even though like things are not defined, things are not sure, there's beauty in trusting yourself and trusting like your practice and so I have this very tussle in my work where most of my work looks like what is finished, what is not finished, what is better, drawing or painting. And you see that like in parts of the work, like the leg is like has like almost like a draftmanship, like I don't know, I really like it. I just really like it. And I wanted to leave it that way. And I just felt like it kind of like relates to our life in the sense of that you don't know how the future will look like only in hindsight. And I felt like we're all still writing our story. And I felt like in this painting, um, the figure is writing his own story. I also want to just talk about just like I feel like a lot of people that have like left like smaller villages, small like cities, or like migrated to like chase their dreams. I feel like when you move to different places, it's always like this is what's advertised or this was told that this is the only route you can live or exist in. And for people that are creative or like artists, I felt like I wanted to like create a piece to like encourage you that you could actually do what you really want to do and things will kind of like work out. So yeah, in a summary, that's what this about. There's a lot of other things, but it's one of my favorite paintings. It's also one of my first paintings. So yeah, that's Your Father. This is actually the first time I'm like showing my drawings. I've never actually exhibited my drawings before. Oh, sorry. The first time I did it was in Wakefield, that house. And shout out to them because they told me that people connect to my work. But this is the first time I actually showed them like my drawings. And the drawings are basically like paintings I want to make or reimagine. And they've actually been getting a lot of like attention and love. And it's just like works that I was thinking about. And yeah, this was like focused on like the series I was talking about, like women in like very like interesting positions and stuff and everything. Um, and yeah, I'm so happy I got to do it. So I want to say thank you to every single person for coming in. Thank you to Yokai, thank you to Laura, thank you to the team. It's been lovely. And yeah, hope you like the show. Come down if you can. It's on to the 26th. I'll see you guys. Thank you.